Oops. Hi. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dovey. Um, so today I'm doing a reading for my entrepreneurs. And the reason I decided to do this reading is because, well, pretty much I've been an entrepreneur my whole adult life. I've done other jobs, in between, especially when business was slow. Um, but it's not for the faint of heart, right? And a lot of times the career readings don't really go into detail for entrepreneurs. Um, so I just kind of wanted to do something just for, my fellow creative people or people who, even if you're like an independent contractor, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have a regular 9 to 5 job that you're able to check into, it's a completely different hustle, right? Hold on, I dropped the card before the camera started. Um, So yeah, it's gonna be a pick a card. Um, we're gonna go over. I'm gonna try to bring out like what you guys may be doing first, just to kind of give you confirmation that you might have picked the right pile. Then we're gonna go into um, things that you need to work on and to help improve your business, and things that you are actually doing right, right? So to, give you guys a little confidence that you are doing some things right, and to keep going, and then any other advice that spirit may have for you. Okay. One other thing I want to share real quick is when I was setting up, when I took out some of my decks, this little black spider came crawling off one of the decks. So something was like, look that up, like what's the spiritual meaning of the spider. And I feel like it really does pertain to today's video. Spiders are weavers who create complex webs, symbolizing the power to manifest one's desires and manifest creative opportunities into reality. I'm like, perfect. What That's exactly what this reading is about today. How to um, just maneuver the complexity of being an entrepreneur. It's really like um, weaving your own web, right? And believing in your creative talents, or even your accountant. It doesn't have to be something creative, but maybe you're your own CPA or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It still takes the creative mind to be an entrepreneur and create a business. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the piles. I pulled the cards out already. Of course, I have not seen them, so let's look at them together. Pile one, B Spirit, results await, and that has the number 7 on it. Okay, that's pile one. Pile two is Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibilities, and the number 59. And pile three, it's funny, all these cards are literally the same color. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch, and the number 18. Okay, so we have uh B Spirit pile one, Starfish Spirit pile two, and Dear Spirit pile three. Okay, if you need a moment to choose your pile, you can pause it right here. If not, the rest of us are going to go ahead and get started with pile one. B Spirit, sweet results await. Okay, I'm gonna pull some tarot first. I do have the decks that I use down below. If you want to purchase, I do make a small commission, but there's no extra cost to you. This one is Hocus Pocus, and also the deck that I'm using For the signifying cards today is Colette Baron Reed's spirit animals. Okay. Please tell me about what is pile one working on? What kind of entrepreneurship or business are they working on? That's a lot. I'm not taking all that. Try again, spirit. Please tell me about pile one and what they may be working on. Ace of Cups, Page of Candles, Seven of Cups. I'm really picking up on something to do with like the beauty industry. It could be perfumes, oils, um yeah, Nine of Cups. Yeah, it's an experience. It's a lifestyle brand. It kind of feels like, but it feels like it's could very well um be candles, perfumes, makeup, um Sun and Queen of Cups, or it can also be um some type of food item, like something sweet. So you can make be working on your own wine or a liquor company. It could be baking, of course, candy. It could also be like some type of um something pertaining to children. So like maybe you do kids parties because you guys got the B and it says sweet results. And then also a lot of these cards have something like to eat, to drink. Um so yeah, it's giving some type of, but I feel like it's a brand. Like it's not just one thing that you're making. You're trying to scale something. So maybe you started with one item and now you're trying to scale it to add more things to your business. And then you have the King of Cups at the bottom. So you may be currently looking for a partner or an investor so that you can expand this. Maybe you took off fast, like maybe you went viral or something on TikTok or whatever, and now it's like you have more orders than you can handle. Like you need maybe more, you be able to hire more people to have more help, or you need to put in a bigger order, like if you're getting wholesale from another business, and you may not have the funds to do that. So you're looking for an investor or a partner, or maybe it's just become too much for you as one person. Just some things I'm picking up on so far to kind of give you idea if you're at your right what you call it pile. And you got the Ace of Pumpkins. Some of you are trying to decide what how to begin, like because you have two aces out here now. So maybe you have a good product, but you don't know how to get it to the masses. Like you need help with marketing. Like you need to help get the word out somehow. But I don't want to get too much into that because that's going to be our next question. Moon and Page of Swords. Yeah, like you don't know how to communicate in a way that's going to, because marketing is all about triggering people's emotions, right? Making them feel like your product is going to make them look better, feel better, eat better. Like, they want luxury. They want something that's going to make them feel good, right? Nostalgia too also works. Um, or you want to get across that people need your product. You know what I'm saying? Because people buy something if it fills a need, right? And then you have the Ace of Swords at the bottom. Oh my gosh! And then Chariot. I just and then there's the Queen of Wands underneath. I feel like this is really going to take off. Whatever this is, you just need some assistance. It feels like you're realizing you're lacking something, and you need to bring in like experts or network with other people who do what you do to get ideas. Which I know that could be like touchy because you don't want people to feel like you're stealing from them, their ideas from them, or you don't want people to feel like, or that you tell too much to somebody and then they turn around and take your idea. Like, so yeah, just be careful who you're asking advice to. But I'm kind of getting that so far. But let's clear this, and then now we're gonna ask about what is my pile um one. What is something they need to improve on with this business? Queen of Swords. What is something they need to improve? You need to bring more logic into it, more balance. Maybe you're too emotional about it. Like, I mean, when you're starting a business, especially from the ground up by yourself, it's like your baby. You know what I'm saying? You care for it. You're very emotionally attached to the outcome. I feel like Spirit is saying you need to be a little bit more logical. Maybe face some truths here with the justice. Something that you're doing is not working, and now's the time to just maybe put some better laid plans into place. Please, what is pile one not doing? What do they need to improve? You also may need to take more leadership. Like if you have a business where you have employees, um, stop. And these employees may have been with you from the very beginning. Like you may have a real attachment to them, but you still are the boss, right? It feels like maybe you're being too nice, treating them like a friend, which is not wrong, but yeah, I feel like you need to be more have more leadership skills with them, be more strict with them too, because if you let one little thing go, then other things go, and the next thing you know, like it's affecting your business. So there's also something here too that maybe if you have a business with somebody, like a lover, um you guys may need to set boundaries within that, right? Like this is us at home or when we're dating, or if you're married, this is our married life. And then this over here, this is our business. Like we don't bring, like if you were arguing about something this morning about, whatever, the kids or something, we end that conversation in the car. We don't bring that into the business with us, right? It's like we need to put on our smiles and act like everything is okay, and we can continue the conversation later, when we get off work or something. So if that's the case, yeah, it could be like you just need to have more boundaries at work, or this even could be about balancing your personal and your work life as well. Maybe you're doing too much of one or the other, and your business is now suffering. Why is the Six of Cups here? And also, well, this deck is about Halloween, so I guess this may not be a coincidence. Um, but this King of Swords here is standing like he's putting a light up to a spider web. So, like I said, if you listen to the intro of this video, spiders and webs seem to be the theme here. Maybe Knight of Cups. You may be having trouble with people receiving you on the web as well. Like maybe your product or your like if you do like something like what I'm doing, if you're doing content creating or speaking or whatever to people, maybe you're struggling with reaching your audience or something as well, because the web could be the internet. um Maybe you come across I don't know, I was getting like you guys really are kind of like more, it feels like more water sign, more, and that's not saying anything bad. I'm a water sign, so I'm not saying anything bad about water signs, but sometimes we can be emotional and maybe you need to be more like speaking more factually about your product or whatever you're trying to promote. Seven of Swords, the Four of Swords, Queen of Candles, Eight of Cups. There's a King of Cups out here, a King of Swords, a Queen of Swords. So now it's two pairs on two. Yeah, so you, and in the beginning, when the first pile I laid out was the King and Queen of Cups. So you definitely, it's definitely a partnership in here, or maybe Spirit saying you need a partner because you got too much going on. You're trying to do too much by yourself, and that's why it's not moving forward like it should be, because you're stressing yourself out. Like you need to be able to take a break sometimes. Maybe, if you had a partner, you could take a day or two off to just rest or even handle personal business, because it really feels like yeah, like maybe you got a lot going on with family or something right now, and but you're also trying to build this business up, so it feels like it's about balancing and you may need to bring in some help with that. Okay. And then others, you may be struggling with reaching your target audience, and I think you need to ask for help or research people who are in a similar business to you. Anything else, Spirit, before we move on to the good stuff? Judgment and Nine of Candles. Yeah, I just feel like that's saying that whatever advice, because I feel like it's going to be different. Yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom, it's going to be different for different people because, not everybody's going to have the same exact situation. But out of the situations that I just went over, like I said, work life balance, needing to bring in more help, maybe being more of a manager, more strict with your employees. What else did we talk about? Trying to find the right way to market your product, trying to scale your product. You need to do that now because I feel like you're hanging on by a thread. I feel like you're going to lose it all trying to hold on to everything and do everything yourself. I feel like this message could definitely pertain a little bit to things that I've dealt with myself in the past. Um, yeah, Nine of Pentacles and Empress, yes. And once you do that, you will have the financial abundance that you're looking for, right? Um, it's really hard. Like I said, that's why I'm doing this particular video, but it's really, really hard to be an entrepreneur because you do have to balance a lot and it's on you. Even if you do have employees, the good and the bad. is depending on you and what you can do for this business. Okay. So now let's look into, and I feel like I want to change decks. Let's look into what are you doing right? Okay. So we know to stick with that part. What is my pile ones doing right? I thought I was going to sneeze. Okay. What are my pile ones doing right in their business? What are my pile ones doing right? Empress. Okay. What are my Nine of Swords? I feel like you care deeply for it. This matters to you, and that's good because I feel like your soul is into this. Like this is something that you may even been born for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they have the Emperor at the bottom, but you just I think you're worried about something. I feel like this is going to be fine. Um, you just have to keep believing. And then you got judgment. I was gonna say you're born for it and you gotta keep believing, right? Nothing says it more than judgment card. And then the emperor is back at the bottom. So you may need that either partner or balancing your masculine with your feminine, maybe. Eight of Wands. Okay. And the star. I feel like the good thing that you are doing, I feel like, and maybe because you watched other readings or maybe you're just very intuitive, you know that this thing is your purpose. You know that, yeah, so whatever. And also, you got the number seven for B spirit. So, seven represents spirituality. So, this could be um, a spiritual based business or you're doing something for the betterment of the collective. Okay. I just heard for some of you, it's like motivational speaker. Okay, you motivate people into having hope. Ace of Cups, and Ace of Cups again. Hierophant and Three of Cups. I feel like you have a very strong community behind you that supports you. So this could be your friends. Um, Maybe you have some mentors here with the Hierophant. Um, or this could just be your family. Like everybody, you have a supporting community. They want to see you win, so that's good because you could have people who really don't want you to win. And unfortunately, it usually is the people closest to us because they are jealous because you have a talent or you came up with an idea. And it's so crazy because I always see this, and it's true. Um, a lot of people that you know will not support your business, but perfect strangers will show you a whole lot of support. Okay. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because these people know you and they're close to you and they feel like, how can this person achieve this? And especially like let's say a sibling or something, like we were raised in the same house. How's this person pull this off? Or how's this person have this talent and I don't have it? Or why can't I pull something like this together? Um Even friends that you've grown up with, like it's crazy because they'll like not really be happy for you, but they'll smile in your face or they'll say, um but then say stuff behind your back, or if you become very popular, then they're like, oh, I yeah, we're BFFs, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't win for losing sometimes, but I say all that to say it seems like you have a very supportive community, and that's good. You know what I'm saying? Um, because not everybody has that as an entrepreneur. Why is this Knight of Swords here? I feel like this group is very intelligent as well. The Empress. Yeah, you have a very sharp mind. That's a good thing. Um, I think, but again, this Queen of Cups is here, so I do feel like you're just a very caring, nurturing person, and that is good. That is great. Do not think that you being sensitive and caring about people is a negative, because often in this world we're told that. I can't count how many times somebody's told me I'm too sensitive. Okay, well, I was sent here like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I can control it, and being an empath, again, a lot like an entrepreneur, not for the faint of heart. It's not always a good thing to feel everything around you. You know what I'm saying? It could feel constantly like like you don't have a time to rest. You know what I'm saying? Because you can feel everything in everybody, and you worry about everything and everybody that you care for. You know, but yeah, I feel like you do have. I feel like this group is very smart. Um, but I really do feel like you just need to bring in your balance out your logic and your emotions as well, masculine, feminine energy. But yeah, this group, I just feel like it's one little thing that you need to do and you'll be on your way. I mean, your card with sweet results await. You just need to either come up with a partner, find more balance. Um, why is this Hierophant here? The Chariot and Ace of Swords. Yeah, having faith. Keep the faith. Don't let. That's probably what this Knight of Swords is too. Don't let your negative thoughts take over, okay? Because you can't produce good anything if your mind is constantly you create with your mind, right? So if you're constantly thinking negative thoughts and that you can't take charge, um, then that's what's going to happen. It's not going to turn out good because you're holding this negative energy. Um, but yeah, let's get some more advice for you. I'm gonna pull some oracle now. The archetype, the wild unknown archetypes. Please tell me any advice you have for this pile, spirit. Any more advice you have? The village. Yeah, really, really lean in on this community you have. The Bardo and the vow. I feel like the vow is here because I feel like a lot of you know that this is your calling or this is something that you are meant to experience in this lifetime. And I feel like spirit is like, I wouldn't lie to you. Like I've given you this vow um between you and spirit. Like I told you this is gonna happen. Just relax. Don't let your mind take over. And you have the Bardo. The Bardo is like the in between time. It's between the storm and everything being great. Like you're in there. Like, and I feel like this group, you're very close. It's just you just gotta be patient, which I know it's hard to be patient when you don't know what's going on, what's coming next, and you feel like you know you're scared of the worst possible scenario. The animal, yeah, you have the natural instincts for this, whatever this is. um Again, I keep saying it, but you may have blue eyes as well, blue or green eyes. It's another confirmation. um and then you have the maiden at the bottom. It's something about your femininity too. that's coming through. Because before I shuffle, you had the mother at the bottom of the deck too. So um, yeah, it's something about, and again, it's really about receptivity too. I feel like you receive, or you may have even received um, this idea through a dream. I feel like I said that to another group, not in this reading, but something else that I posted this week, though. I do feel like I said that to somebody. So maybe another confirmation for you guys if you saw that reading and you remember me saying that. Okay. So that's what I have for you, pile one. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the video stay in the algorithm. And also, yeah, subscribe so you know when I post the next video. Okay. Good luck, pile one. Take care. Okay, pile two. 59 is the number on your card, and starfish spirit open to infinite possibilities. Every time I see this card, I feel like I can just taste the ocean water in my mouth. I don't know. Like I just can smell it. You know how like if you ever picked up a starfish, um, like on the ocean, it's usually dead. Because not all the time, but usually when they're washed up and they get like all dried out, they're dead. Like they have this like that ocean smell. Um, maybe the ocean or sea salt means something to you guys. Maybe you live near the ocean. Maybe your business pertains to the ocean. That's interesting. Okay. Pile two. What does my pile twos do? What's their skills, their entrepreneur their business. What is their business? This is just to give you guys some confirmation that you're at the right pile. It's going to be a couple of different things, I'm sure, because there's multiple people watching. So you got the 10 of Wands and Ace of Swords. You may clear up, you may work on something environmental, like you may have a business that you clean up um, the ocean or just environment, period. I also feel like you guys could use materials from the ocean for your product, like driftwood, maybe shells and sea creatures that wash up on the shore that are dead. Like you may, or it may even be like a product, like something for your skin or something. Like I said, sea salt, so maybe like a body scrub or something. Um, but let's keep going. I feel like a lot of you though are with that first part, like because the Ace of Swords is here and the Ten of Wands. Like I feel like you talk about global climate change or how we need to take better care of the environment because we are doomed. You know what I'm saying? Eight of Wands and Hangman. I think that some of you guys too do some type of body work. So you could be doing yoga, Pilates. You may do meditation, guide meditation classes, or hypnosis. Um, that's another reason why I get ocean. You guys may work near the ocean, or maybe you take your clients out to the beach to do yoga and Pilates. You may be a masseuse and you play like ocean sounds and stuff in the background when you're doing massages. The Four of Wands is here. I really feel like, I also feel like a lot of you women is your target art audience. Okay, you may do wellness for women only. Body consciousness is coming through. Like I'm thinking about like Lizzo, um, just like that type of energy, like empowering women of all sizes. Three of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you do something with the mind. Like you either try to relieve the stress of people in their minds, or you speak to people about maybe even living a more carefree life. Lovers at the bottom, having balance in their life, maybe leaving, maybe you teach women how to, or anybody, it doesn't have to necessarily, well, women, but that's what I'm getting. How to leave behind the heaviness of our world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how to have more balanced mind, how to nurture and take care of yourself and not let the burden of having to work, having to be a mother, a wife, just all the things that you may have to do. Um, like I'm also getting like a women, like you may even do like women's retreats where they can get away and go to like an ocean type seaside thing, maybe even like yeah, like a beach resort. Like you book a resort and then you have, people come in, you guys do, meditation and yoga. I'm getting a lot of that heavy temperance. Yeah, you really help people heal or come up with better moderation in their lives. You also could be um like some type of organizer. Like maybe you come in and help people like come up with better schedules for their life or just organizing their home. Like I just thought about Niecy Nash Clean House. Or there was this I forget what her name is. And I think I have her book. It was an Asian lady, and she talks about not just feng shui, but she talks about if you have an organized house and a clean house, it makes a lot of other things in your life come into balance as well. I cannot think of her name and what the name of that book, but if you know her, she would. I mean, it was popular for years, and she may still be popular. She doesn't come up on my feed anymore, but you know what I'm saying, like really helping people bring things into balance is what I'm getting. Yeah, Moon. I guess too, you could be a therapist because a therapist will help you with your emotions and help you balance things and help you try to figure out stuff and clear your mind of clutter and bring a zen to you. I'm definitely getting zen heavy. Definitely it feels like the theme of your business. Okay. um One more thing, I also think you could teach people how to get out of their mindset or their comfort zone because you got open to infinite possibilities. So you may help people maybe even launch careers or just figure out what they're good at. Okay, that's what I got to help you guys know that you're at the right pile. The first thing I'm going to talk about is things that you could improve on with your business. And then the other thing after that, we'll talk about the things that you're doing right with your business so you know to keep doing that because that's keeping you on a good track, okay? Please tell me about pile two and what do they need to improve for their business. We got Queen of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, something here about being able to do many things at one time, multitasking. Knight of Pentacles. Patience. Okay, you need to have a little bit more patience with yourself. Don't let it like get to your self-esteem or make you feel like you're failing. Because it's coming about. It is. Whatever this is, it's coming. It's just I almost feel like it's taking time because this is something that's going to be around for a while. So Spirit wants to make sure you have a good solid foundation before the success comes. Because once the success comes, I feel like it's going to be coming in so fast that you're not going to have time to go back and fix things. So it's like Spirit wants you to create this foundation now. Yeah, Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands. Like they don't want it's gonna be so many opportunities coming towards you. They don't want you to feel like you have to not take these opportunities or these, let's say they're clients or whatever, because you don't have it together, right? You may feel overwhelmed because you're like, oh my God, all these people are coming towards me at Eight of Pentacles at the bottom, and I haven't done the work. I haven't made, I haven't created the structure for my business in the way that I'm supposed to. Okay. You also have lavender in this card, this Knight of Pentacles card. So I feel like it's saying breathe, right? Breathe in, breathe out. It's coming, but you needed to have a clear mind so you can be ready. Five of Cups. And be positive. I feel like that's going to be something for all the groups. You really need to stay positive when you're building something, okay? Because if you think negative, if you think everything's going to go wrong and fall apart, it is going to go wrong and fall apart. Eight of Cups. I feel like the Eight of Cups here is saying, this is a journey, okay? This in Tower for underneath the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a journey. This is not going to blow up overnight, even though I feel like a lot of people are going to feel like it blew up overnight for you because they didn't see the work. You know what I'm saying? Cause I even think about my girl, I like her a lot, Tabitha Brown. If you guys know who she is, you know, it seems like she exploded overnight, like everything. Her brand in Target, books, television shows, commercial. You know, it seemed like she blew up overnight, but she like, no, like I literally been chasing this dream since I was like 19, 20 years old. Actually, before that, because she says watching the Cosby Show and Rudy, she knew she wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever this is, to others it's going to seem like an overnight success, but to you, you're going to know I've been working on this my almost my whole life or several years. You know what I'm saying? It took me forever to become this person. Nine, Hermit and Death. I feel like you need to take more time to yourself, check in with yourself. You may be getting too many opinions, outside opinions. And I've said this again in many of my readings because I feel like a lot of people, especially with social media, we're more concerned about what even strangers are thinking about us. Um, or even your family and your friends. You want your family and your friends to be supportive, but like I was saying in another pile, of this reading, sometimes your family and friends are not the ones that are going to be supportive. They kind of get on board after the success comes. You'll have strangers support you quicker, in fact, you know, than your family and friends. Um, So I feel like Spirit wants you to listen to your inner self. If you need to sit with yourself every day or a few times a week or whatever, listen to what your higher self is trying to tell you, how to move forward with this. Don't worry about the opinions of others. They'll get it once the vision comes together, okay? Anything else here, Spirit? Six of Wands. I feel like your ego, you're worried about these naysayers. You're worried that you're going to fall flat on your face and they're like, I told you so. I told you just go get a regular 9 to 5 job. Like, who do you think you were or are? Yeah, Hangman. And hold on, your card went flying. I kind of feel like that's how you need to take people's opinions. Let that stuff. Remember back in the day, brush off your shoulder. Yeah. Let these negative comments and opinions of people just fall off. They don't know what you know. They don't have. I just heard they don't have the same relationship with spirit that you do. Okay, it feels like you have an intimate connection with spirit or maybe even a guide. Um, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this, not just this vision that was given to you, this talent was given to you for a reason. Why is Three of Pentacles here? Star. Yeah, it's divinely for you. This is what you came here for. It's really, maybe, I don't know who I'm talking to, but it feels like a lot of you, this was divinely orchestrated. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. You're grounded in knowing that this is for you. Just like we are supposedly given the opportunity to pick what we want to do when we come here, how we're going to come here, who our parents are going to be. Um, that's how this feels. This feels like you already know you were contracted here to do this, especially if it's to take care of our environment. Like, we need that. We need somebody to come in and make this place livable again, for many, many generations to come. Yeah, it's almost like you're a keeper of the earth. Believe in yourself. Act as if, yeah, remain positive. Act as if you know that this is coming in, because you do know. Even if it's just deep down, like your higher self knows for sure. So just act like it's going to happen and just wait. Be playful. Enjoy the time. Enjoy um the life, the hey, what is the word I'm looking for? Just enjoy the ride. I guess that's what I'm going to say. That's not the word, but I'll just put it like that. And then the bottom, your pig spirit, use your mind wisely. Like, yeah, you try to remain calm and positive. And then let's now go into, I'm going to switch the deck. Let's go into what you're doing right, so we can keep doing that. What is my pile twos? What are they doing right with their business? You got 10 of Cups, Page of Swords. What are you doing right? Magician, Page of Pentacles, and Three of Cups. I feel like you're being open to continuing to be a student. No matter how long you've been doing this, you're open to anything that can bring you closer to your desire. Okay. You're manifesting it. I feel like almost like every moon cycle or every major astrological event, like you're doing rituals, you're writing down your manifestation, like you are really calling this thing in for yourself, and you're remaining open to how it comes about. Okay. Justice, Empress. Yeah, it's almost like this group definitely knows um that you guys are like either alchemists or just really good at manifesting. Emperor and eight of pentacles. So now you have the emperor and the empress here. I'm gonna clarify that in a second, but what are they doing right with this business? Judgment. Everybody's getting judgment, which is Pluto energy. I mean, I think Pluto is about to go um back. It's in retrograde now. It's getting ready to go back right. Where's my words at today? Hold on, let me see what date that is. There's something else I wanted to look up that I saw in your reading. Um Pluto going direct. Oh, Monday. It's going direct Monday. So maybe Monday may be significant for this group. Um, and then so it went back into Capricorn for a little bit, and also Aquarius, but it was retrograde. So Capricorn and Aquarius may be significant for you. Look at those two, wherever those are in your chart. Also, oh, it was something about it was a white cat on one of these cards that kept calling to me. Um, so I wanted to see what that means for you guys. White cat spiritually symbolizes purity, good fortune, and positive energy, often seen as a positive omen of bringing luck and peace. While white generally signifies the divine or pure presence, offering a sign of peaceful, virtuous path and healing energy. Some cultures view white animals negatively. It just depends on different beliefs and personal associations. But for today, I think we're going to take that it's a positive omen, some luck or something good is happening for you. So you may be getting some good news about your business soon. Let's clarify who this. I'm gonna clarify the judgment, but I'm also gonna clarify the emperor. Why is the emperor here? The high priestess. Interesting. I wonder if this is because this is a secret person coming in with news, or is this um your higher self telling you to step more into your emperor energy? Why is the judgment here? Maybe you need to take a maybe you are somebody who's taking more control of the direction of this thing now. You have Eight of Cups, Lovers, and Six of Cups. Okay, were at one time were you doing this business or something with someone else? Or maybe you tried to pitch this idea to or tried to get like a sponsor or somebody to um help you market your business, and maybe you were denied at first. This person is coming back to offer you something. and you're gonna have a decision to make. Is this, let's see, is this person good for, well, I would say it probably is because this is the positive part of your reading, but is this person, this emperor, good for pile two's business? The moon and the ace of pentacles. You're gonna have a new emotional beginning with this person. um Two of candles. So whatever happened before, maybe you guys had a disagreement, and then you had the two of cups at the bottom. Yeah, maybe you guys had a disagreement or something. Or maybe this person, maybe that somebody's been watching you from afar too. Because this moon could mean that you don't know this person either. So this person could be watching you from afar, seeing the work that you're doing, and then they're going to come forward and say, I want to help promote you, or I want to maybe give you some money towards your business or something. But this person is definitely positive. I don't feel like they mean any harm. Um, yeah, you might not know this person because the high priestess also clarified that the high priestess could be like something you don't see coming. Or please tell me if you have any other advice for pile two about their business. Trust in divine detours. Interesting. Yeah, this person is going to move things along somehow. Embrace the in between. Yeah, I feel like a lot of us are like at the threshold of something, some good things coming in. Because the other pile, I got that too. Tend to the small things and let spirit be your guide. I feel like that goes back to what I was saying about, and then you have spirit has your back at the bottom. That goes back to what I was saying about that hermit energy. Check in with yourself before anything and anybody else. Trust yourself, okay? Tend to the small things. I feel like it's just like, again, I said that too, I think, in this pile about getting your house in order, like making the foundation solid so when this thing takes off, you don't feel overwhelmed or that you're going to miss opportunities. I want to look up, even though it says trust in divine detours, I want to know what coyote spirit means. Adaptability, cunning, playfulness, and ability to find humor in unexpected challenges. In many indigenous traditions, the coyote is a trickster figure that teaches wisdom through its antics, highlighting how to navigate unpredictability with a light heart and creative solutions. It encourages us to embrace change and use our intimate strengths and to not take ourselves too seriously to thrive in diverse or changing environments. Okay, what I'm getting from that is you guys may have to, if this business is like a brick and mortar type of business, you may all of a sudden have to move for some reason. I'm getting like maybe your business gets flooded or something. This emperor could be even like an insurance agent or something. Like let's say your business gets flooded. The insurance agent comes in and says it's a complete done everything. We're gonna cut you a check for $200,000 to cover all of your product and the tools and stuff that were lost, and for any damage done to this building, or as if you own the building. If you don't own the building, some of that would go to the landlord, obviously, but you're gonna cover all of your stuff. And you're like, what? So at first you're upset because you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this flood is happening. Like I've lost everything that I had. And then they say, "Oh, I'm gonna give you a check for $200,000," and you're like, all that stuff was like 15 years old, and I bought it secondhand, and now I have 200. Now I could buy all new everything and start like, I don't know, something that seems disastrous, like it's done, you're over, it's never I'm never gonna recover from this, and bang, you find out that you get some money or something out of it. Like, um, this kind of reminds me to tell this quick story, and then we're gonna go on to pile three. I had just got a car, and it was a used car, but it was pretty good condition. Only had like 20,000 miles on it, right? Pristine condition, well taken care of. And I was parked in my business, and I'm on the main route, so the buses go up and down, right? But it's tight because you can park on both sides of the street. It was in a city parking, right? So this lady got impatient and didn't want to wait for the bus. The bus had stopped to let people off or whatever. And she didn't want to be patient. So she tries to squeeze between the bus and my car, and she don't make it. And she side swipes the crap out of my car, right? And she was getting ready to take off, but the guys that worked down the street from me were outside smoking, and they seen it, and they ran her down and made her come in and tell me she hit my car. Another blessing, because nobody could have been out there that day, and my car would have been sideswiped, and I would have had to pay for it out of my own, deductible, right? So I try to be nice to the lady because I can see she's flustered and everything. We all make mistakes. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get because she's like, I don't want to involve my insurance, that my deductible's like $1,000 or whatever. And I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go to, I know, because I've had body work done before, so I knew a guy that really good, right? So he gives me an estimate of $750 because he's like, pretty much I just have to take this, I can take these dents out this quarter panel and just paint it, right? So he's like 750 if you pay cash. I think he said like, I don't know, 1,000 if I was using like a credit card or something. And so I tell her, and she has her boyfriend or husband coming back like, oh, well, I got a guy. He's around the corner from your business, and he'll do it for 500. I'm like, I don't know your guy, and this car is new. I've only had it for like 2 months. I'm not letting somebody I don't know touch my car. You know what I'm saying? And how do I even know you're paying him $500? Like, it was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm already doing y'all a favor by not calling insurance, right? Because I don't want this accident on my thing either. Because even when the insurance is not your fault, it still goes on your record, your driving record, right? So I was like, I'm only asking you for 750. That's $250 more. It's my car. I know this person. They've done work for me for it. I'm like, that's nothing. I was like, I've had other accidents, um, and I've had to pay thousands of dollars for body work, right? So they refused to give me the money. So I called the insurance company. I called her insurance company, and they came out, I want to say the next day, to my business while I was working. They looked at the damage, and the guy wrote me a check for almost $3,000 right there on the spot. I never heard from her again. Matter of fact, I think I blocked her after that because I was like, I know she is hot because she got to pay this $1,000 deductible. Now her insurance, is gonna go up. And I got my car fixed for 750 and bought a new washer and dryer because my washer and dryer had just quit on me, and I was like, oh God, I gotta buy a new washer and dryer. That's how God is going to work with this. Something is going to seem like it's the worst thing that could have happened to you, and you're going to come out like a shiny new nickel on the other side, pile two. Okay, so I will see you guys at the next reading. Please like and share the video. It helps me stay in the algorithm, and I will see you guys at your next reading. Take care, pile two. Bye bye. Pile three. Hold on, I'm sorry. Um, you guys are at 1 minute. I've been talking my butt off today. 4 minutes and 57 seconds. Let me take a little sip of water because I've been running my mouth. Dear Spirit, dear Spirit, you know what? That's so crazy because the way it sounds, it's like you're writing a letter to Spirit. Dear Spirit. So maybe you need to write down something, journal something, bring a gentle touch. And then number 18, which breaks down to a 9. Um, you may be a teacher, a travel agent. Um, 9, life path 9s, that's like a hermit. You could also do something. Maybe you're an author, book, write books. You could also do something like a humanitarian cause. Um, I don't know. Let's get started. Let's see what we got going on here. So first, I'm just going to try to pull out what many things that you guys could be doing, just to kind of give you confirmation that you're at your right pile. If it doesn't resonate, maybe go to another pile or just keep listening because I might not actually call out what you do for work, but the message may still apply. Um, so you choose, free will. Please tell me about pile 3. What kind of business do they work in? Pile 3. What kind of business do they work in? I think some of you teach dance. 6 of Wands, Temperance. Some of you are like physical therapy, or maybe you have like your own physical therapy business. My hands is itching like crazy, so I must be on to something. And 3 of Wands is my travel card. So yeah, maybe you travel for a living. You may be like a backup dancer. Because I also said this is for business owners, but it's also for people who you're an independent contractor. You know what I'm saying? You don't clock in or clock out anywhere. You may not even have benefits with this job. It's just or you take contracts for a certain amount of time. Okay, that makes sense. So you might be like a traveling nurse or something like that as well, where you just go and do different like you may work at a hospital for like 6 months underneath a contract, and then you get a new contract, you move there. um but I'm also getting dance, so you may be like a backup dancer or something for somebody famous. Like you're on tour a lot, and you got the hermit card. I sense the hermit. Okay. Yeah, you do a lot of solo traveling, so you may be uh like an influencer, but your niche is travel, maybe even food too. Well, it's culture. I'm getting that too. Culture. Oh, you may write about culture. So you can be like a historian, or you could even write for like this V is standing out. Like I'm thinking about like Vibe magazine, or you come and you curate a vibe. So you may be a party planner as well. But yeah, you may like write for a magazine or like Vogue. Then you have to, that would make sense that you have to travel a lot because you gotta go meet people, have interviews. Um, if you work for Vogue, you're going to fashion shows. I feel like, yeah, I definitely feel like this group travels. Like I'm seeing land and water and oh, some of you may like dance on a cruise ship. Cause I'm seeing these ships in the background. Like that's a contract job too. You get a contract, you work or be a performer for a cruise ship, and then you get off. You may have some time at home for a little while, and then you sign another contract and go on another cruise ship. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like, or even if you're a hostess or you work in the food industry, you travel, you do this for event. I said event. This is one guy. I want to say it's called the Coconut Cup or something. I follow on Instagram. Man, he he's a chef and he does a lot of catering. Well, that's pretty much what he does. He has catering and he does parties, and usually for people that or have a couple of dollars, because I don't think he's cheap. The extravagance of his events, like he'll bring the whole ocean inside because he's serving seafood or whatever, and it's, I mean, magnificent, man. A very creative person. And it's mostly him. That's why I feel like this Hermit card. So you may be the person who leads this business, but you do, have a staff. Yeah, and I feel like people hire you because you bring a gentle touch. Dear spirit, you have a very kind spirit. Yeah, vibe. I said vibe, right? You bring the vibe. Like you're such a calming, positive energy. Like I feel like people constantly request you. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Wow. It's a lot of similar energy coming out on all three piles. But I feel like you help others get their start too. I feel like whatever you do, you're so good at it. Yeah, you got to start at the bottom. You have been able to create a path for others, or you influence people and they try to do what you do, because I do see that a lot. I see a lot of caterers um that try to mimic what this guy does. I mean, and some of them are good, but no, they can't touch this guy. I'm telling you. If I think it's called the Coconut Cup. If you're on Instagram, he's probably on TikTok too. Go look at his stuff. Fabulous. Um, but yes, whatever you do, you bring other people on. Okay, so you may mentor people, you may have internships, you may even give away scholarships for people to go to, like, I don't know, culinary school. Since we're talking about food, let's just stick with that analogy. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. You're a trailblazer, pile three. And not only that, and I said something about humanity, like being good for humanity, like just your energy. Yeah, people just love you. Like you're not stingy, you don't have an ego, you don't um you're very humble. You don't brag about your accolades, even though you have many. There's some people that just always constantly want to pat on the back. That ain't you. Why is the Hermit here? Seven of Swords, Justice, and Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like that's why you are successful, because not only do you give back, you have a real balanced personality. Like you don't see yourself as high up in your whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you really stay grounded, and people really like that about you. You're also approachable. Um I feel like you can walk down the street, and even if people really know who you are, um you just look like a regular person. And that makes me think of, you may work or live in New York City, and the reason I say that is because if anybody's ever went to New York, When you go into, especially Manhattan and downtown, like Times Square and all that, you literally walk past so many A-list celebrities, and it's so odd because they are just regular and like nobody bothers them. Like in New York, people they literally see celebs every day. Don't say a word. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, oh, they're just regular people. Like, okay, yeah, well, I always see I don't know. um Somebody, I see them every day. They go down to get to we go to the same coffee spot every morning. Like it's very casual to see those type of people. Also with the theater, there's a lot of celebs that come in and do um we'll do a run on Broadway for a little while. So you'll see them out and about around town getting lunch and stuff. Um so yeah, the first thing we're going to look into is what you need to improve with your business. Oh, Four Swords. I feel like, and I was saying this even when I pulled your card um, for the signifying card. I feel like you need to give yourself grace. I feel like you're very gentle with everybody else, but you're hard on yourself. And I kind of think you need to take a break. Maybe you haven't had a vacation in a while. And Hermit is showing up again. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and Hermit. I almost feel like you come from humble beginnings as well. Like maybe you may be wealthy because of this business now, but you still work like you could be broke and back on the street tomorrow. And I feel like Spirit is saying like you've made it. You know what you have created is going to maintain. It's not going anywhere. You need to give yourself some grace and go take some time off. Take a vacation because you're going to burn yourself out and then you're no good to anybody, right? And then you have Hermit, where now the energy of the Hermit is different here for me. I feel like you spend maybe too much time to yourself. You may need to get out more. Why is this Hermit here? I feel like this is more about self care than your actual business. I kind of think this group, your business is doing fine, but I feel like you as a person is about to burn out. And then yeah, if you become sick, you're no good to anybody, and then your business may start to crumble. Two of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you need more nurturing relationships. I kind of feel like your relationships that you have are all related to your business, whether it's your employees, if you have vendors or whatever. Like, and also my nose started running as soon as I started doing your video. So I kind of feel like you're in a death at the bottom. I'm not gonna say you're gonna die, but there needs to be a transformation here on how you use your time, because I kind of feel like you're sick right now. You're under the weather currently. Because I was fine. And then my nose started running. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. There's an imbalance. You need some personal time. That, you know what this reminds me of? And this girl on this card kind of looks like her. Another Instagram thing I seen. I don't even know the girl, didn't follow her, but she owned like I think a restaurant, and her last tweet or thing that she posted on Instagram was like, "Oh God, I'm so tired. Like I just need a break." And unfortunately, she went home and went to sleep and never woke back up. You know what I'm saying? So we need to nurture and take care of ourselves. We need to have some fun in life. It's not all um, work. And I kind of think too that you guys may have came from pile one, because I'm seeing some similarities. So the energy could be, I mean, you could have came over. You could have watched pile one and three. Six of Swords and Four of Pentacles. Yeah, like I feel like you're holding on so tight to this thing because I feel like you have put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, and you're scared to like allow people to run it while you go get some rest, some much needed rest. You're holding on too tight, and you are gonna lose it. or lose the most. I mean, health is above everything, right? We don't have our health, none of this other stuff matters. You can't buy good health. I mean, think about like a Steve Jobs or somebody like that, like, or even Jamie Foxx, what he went through. Like, you have to take care of yourself. You can't buy your health. You have to actually take care of yourself. Um, what else? I feel like you have a really well trained staff. I feel like you do have help. You just need to trust them. And then they could call you if they run into something, but I feel like they're okay. They got it. And for those who may have that do work on um a ship or you travel a lot, you need to be taking like some immunity boosters. You may even need to go to like I don't know what they're called, like IV places where you can just walk in and a registered nurse, somebody in the medical field, they like hook you up to an IV drip, and it's like they can come up with different combinations to kind of give you an immune boost and make you feel good again. And so you might need to do something like that. You might need to put yourself on like a vitamin regimen. The world, yeah, I feel like the world here means like the world can wait. Knight of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and it feels like whatever you have is so valuable. What can't be pulled off by your staff, it'll wait, because you're. I feel like people, whatever you do, people will wait on you. You're really good at what you do. Four of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, and then Ten of Swords at the bottom. It keeps saying the same thing. You need a break. You need to be gentle with yourself. Care as much about yourself that as you care about this business, okay? Because without you, there is no business. All right. Let me shuffle real good because I like this deck. I don't want to change it. And we are going to find out about what you are doing right. I feel like it's a lot. What are you doing right, pile three, in your business? What are you doing right that we need to continue? Ace of Swords. Yeah, I really feel like this group, you guys are the truth. Whatever you do, you're a master at it. Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and Knight of Cups. Yeah, I was right. I don't feel like it's too much more that you need to do. This business is thriving. I feel like you're even here because you feel like there's something more that you need to do. No, it's not. You need to go lay down. You need to go take a nap. That's what it feels like. Strength, Hangman, and Death. Yeah, this is gonna keep repeating. You need to just trust to that you can surrender. Um and I feel like it's saying that because and maybe you even need to step back from being like the CEO. Maybe it's time for you to hire somebody to come in and run the everyday whatever this is, and you kind of be behind the scenes, the invisible partner almost. Um, because I almost feel like if this job is where, which most businesses are like this, no matter what kind of business you have, if you are the creative mind behind it, I feel like your creativity has maybe been a little lacking, or you can't come up with new ideas because you're burnt out. Yeah, Ten of Cups at the bottom. If you want to keep being successful, it's time to bring in some help or trust the help you already have. Three of Swords, Ace of Wands, and Temperance. I feel like, again, that's just saying that you are whatever this is, like people wait for it. Like people, I feel like that's what this Three of Swords is here. People yearn for whatever you do. Okay, they wait on you. Let's say even you're like a YouTuber or something. Like people keep checking their notifications, keep refreshing their page to see if you dropped a new video yet or something like that, or a new post if you're an influencer. You're very influencing, no matter what it is. Like I said, people I feel like try to copy you too, but you can't copy the original, right? Knight of Wands, Justice, Six of Cups. I feel like you're good at making people feel seen. And this again makes your business successful because your customers, your clients, your following, um, they just see you as a well balanced and liked person, right? Um, I feel like whatever this is, I'm just gonna call them followers because even if they're clients, they're still following your gift, your aspirations. I feel like that's so solid that it's almost like when somebody is such a good person and they're super talented, no matter what people try to do to them, it doesn't stick, right? Even if you try to badmouth them and take them down or lie on them, it doesn't stick because people are really loyal and dedicated to you. Why is the Knight of Wands here? And I'm gonna stop because I'm like going on an hour and a half. King of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Yeah, like people speak your name even when you're not even in the room. Three of Wands. Yeah, like, and that might be why I was picking up travel too. If your job doesn't have to do with travel, your word about you and what you can do travels fast around the world. This is a good pile. Anything else for my pile three, Spirit? And get off of here. I was going to do 2 readings today, but I'm exhausted now. Time for a beginner mind. Clear out the clutter. Slow, steady wins the race. Yep. Take your time. Go take care of yourself. Have a new mindset, fresh mindset when you come back, and you're going to come back even better because you're going to have new, fresh ideas because you've had time to rest. Watch your words. Speak nicely to yourself too, okay? I feel like you're your own worst critic. And there is plenty and koi fish, there's always enough. Money is not going to leave, okay? Matter of fact, whatever you do, I feel like you make money while you sleep. And this is sometimes life stings. At the bottom. I feel like that's saying that if you don't rest, then you're gonna have a tower moment, okay? And you're gonna be forced to rest, like a sick in the hospital rest. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that to yourself, and don't do that to your staff and your followers. Because if there's no you, then they may lose their jobs. Your customers, the people who follow you, like your business, is not gonna have that anymore. So it's bigger than you, okay? So that's what I have for you, pile three. Please like, share, subscribe. It helps me stay in the algorithm or get in the algorithm. I don't even know, but and also subscribe so you know when I post another video. Okay, go get some rest. Bye bye.